Cześć, tutaj Moni and welcome to Learn Polish with Advance. As you remember, in one of our lessons, you learned a little bit about numbers. So you learn how to count from 0 to more or less 199. And the reason for introducing numbers was to also introduce you to talking about age. Saying how old someone is in Polish can be a little bit confusing and complicated. So let me explain it to you as simple as I can. So when it comes to age, talking about our age or someone's age, three numbers are extremely important: 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so first of all, these three numbers are very important. When a child is 1, so when we've got a little child who is 1, we will say rok or roczek. So that will be a name, the word, sorry, not name, but a word for a year, 1 year old. And in Polish, we say somebody has a particular number of years, not is old, but has. Therefore, our verb that we will be using is mam, if you're talking about yourself, on ma, about a male, ona ma, about her, female. So if we talk about, let's say, a little girl, and if we wanted to say she is 1, just 1, we would use ona ma. So remember, always ma or mam when it comes to age, right? Don't translate it literally. Someone is 1 year or 2, 3, 4, 10, 30 years old, because then if you translate it literally and you have is there, translating it to jest, you will make a mistake. So ma, mieć is the verb that you will be using. So ona ma, she is, that's the translation. Rok or roczek. We also say roczek when it comes to children. So either rok or roczek. You don't have to say jeden because it's self-explanatory. Rok is just 1, roczek just 1, so jeden is not needed. You can say, but it's optional. So ona ma rok, ona ma roczek. She's 1. If that was a boy, we would say on ma rok, on ma roczek. Okay? However, I told you at the very beginning of this lesson that three numbers are very important: 2, 3, and 4. And I explained about this bit here in a second. But when a child, so let's imagine boy or a girl is now 2, and our rok and roczek becomes lata. Okay, so that's year in plural, years. But this is our version for years old, only for these three numbers. So 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so if a child is 2, boy is 2, you would say on ma 2, but then lata. Okay, he is 2. The same goes for number 3. On ma 3 lata. And the same goes for number 4. On ma 4 lata. Or ona ma 4 lata. But that's not all. These three numbers, when they appear with numbers 20 and up, like 22, 3, and 4, like so 22, 3, and 4, 32, 3, and 4, 42, 43, 44, 52, 53, 54, right? So not teens like 12, 13, 14, not teens, but 20, starting from 22, 3, and 4, right? So when you see a number like 2, 3, and 4 from 20 up, this is also the case when we will say lata. So if I wanted to say I'm 22, I would say mam. That's a version of I am a particular number of years old. So mam 22 lata. So because I'm saying dwa, I have to use lata, okay? If I was 33, I would say mam 33, and I'm saying 3, therefore lata, okay? If I was 44, I'd say mam 44 lata, okay? So that's why, therefore, these 2, 3, and 4, these three numbers are extremely important, right? So you need to remember that these 2, 3, and 4 appearing with numbers above 20, 22, 23, 24, 72, 34, 82, 34, and so on and so forth. We will use the version of years in Polish as lata, okay? So if a child is 5, so no longer 3, 2, 3, or 4, but 5, our version for years is now lat. And this also applies to teens. So someone might think, okay, 12, 13, 14 has got number 2, 3, and 4 there, but this rule doesn't apply to teens. This applies to teens. So 12, 13 and 14 in Polish, 12, 13, 14, right? And notice that I'm not saying 2, 3, 4. I've got 12, my ending is naście. 12, 13, 14, right? So for 5 plus and teens, my version of years will be lat. So if child is 5, if boy is 5, I'd say on ma 5 lat. If a woman was 25, right, I would say ona ma 25 lat. If a woman was 48, I would say ona ma 48 lat. So we will be using predominantly lat, but when you've got these three numbers, or where a child is just 1 year old, you will have a different version of the word years. So if a woman is 44, you'd say ona ma 44 lata. I'm saying 4, I'm actually pronouncing number 4, therefore 4 lata. But if woman is 45, and above, 48, 9, 10, 50, 51, up to 51, then lat, right? 52, 3, and 4, again that. 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, lat. 62, 3, and 4, that, right? So that's our mechanism behind talking about age, and it is quite confusing for many students at the very beginning, especially for those of you who are self-taught. When you see rok, when you see lata, when you see lat, it's kind of hard to understand why is that the case, why we have this kind of strange way of counting. And once we go a little bit further in our course, I'll explain a little bit more about counting as well. The quantities will also be expressed differently. So it's important for you to learn that mechanism, because it will repeat itself at some point when it comes to other things in Polish. So remember, 2, 3, and 4 always will have a little bit, let's say, will misbehave, or maybe that's a good expression. Whereas above 5, we will have a different ending. So I just spotted a mistake there. I'm really sorry. I'm going to correct it as we speak. I'm really sorry. It should be mój, and it doesn't have this accent above. That's right. That's better. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So you can also, instead of on or ona, use a particular members of your family, for instance. So instead of on, you can say mój syn, my son. Instead of ona, you can say moja żona or moja córka, right? Whoever you want to talk about. So next lesson is going to be a practice. As you know, we're practicing as a next lesson, but let's just think for a second. How would you talk about the particular age of those people here in the picture? So the boy is 4, the girl is 11, the man, the head of a family, dad, tata, is 37, and mama is 32. So she is 32 in Polish. Think about 2 here, right? How would you say she is 32? Let me give you a second. If you have anything like ona ma 32 lata, you're spot on. Okay. Now he is 4. On ma 4, we're here, lata, right? On ma 4 lata. How about he is 37? On ma 37, we are here now, above 5, 37 lat. Okay, and let's do this one. She's 11, and we are here, hint, hint. Ona ma, she is, ona ma 11 lat. Okay, so this is something for you to practice. This is something that will take you a while to get used to, as this is a completely different way of expressing age that you do or use in English, obviously. But it's something extremely important. It's really important to be able to use this template, as you, if you like, correctly. So remember, 2, 3, 4. Not about teens, it doesn't apply to teens, but 2, 3, 4 lata, above 5, right? But accept the situation when you've got 2, 3, 4. All above 5 is then lat. And when a child or an animal or whatever is just 1 year old, we would use either rok or roczak. So that's something that you need to remember. I hope I explained it in a way that it's a little bit clearer for those who tried to learn that previously. For those of you who learned that for the first time, hopefully it's understood. Let me know in the comments if you need more practice. We will be practicing next time. Anyway, with Grażyna, with my character from the podcast. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Dziękuję.